My 24F boyfriend, 26M, has a long-time female friend who's clearly into him and I don't know what I should do. My boyfriend and I have been together for over 6 months and he's really great. He has a friend that he's had for years who is a girl. Normally, I'm not the type to be all like, you're not allowed to hang out with a single girl alone. But I'm considering telling my boyfriend that he's not allowed to hang out with this girl alone. This girl is obviously so into him and she def wants me to know she's coming for him. She keeps saying stuff like, you don't know him like I do yet. We used to go to that place together all the time long before you guys started dating. Oh my god Josh, remember when we went on a hike, just the two of us? That was the best day. She also had cute pet names for him, but I didn't like that, so as soon as I heard it I told my boyfriend I didn't like it and he made her stop. I asked her straight up if she's into him and her response pissed me off so much. She was like, I know it's intimidating how close he and I are, but don't worry, you're the girlfriend, I'm just a friend, right? With a smug smile on her face. I got so mad, but I couldn't talk to my boyfriend about it. I want to tell him to cut her out of his life so bad, but I don't know if I can do that. My boyfriend's dad passed away 2 years ago with a heart condition. He told me that his dad was his best friend growing up, so it hit him really hard. He was the only family my boyfriend had. Apparently, this girl really helped him get through it. She apparently was there for him throughout the whole thing. That's why he says she's like a sister to him. That's why I don't know what to do. I already asked him to set some boundaries, like she can't text late at night or come over to his place unannounced all the time and no interrupting our alone time. My boyfriend doesn't realize that she's into him, and I kinda don't blame him on that one because all of her flirts are subtle enough that he doesn't realize, but enough to get me riled up. I know my boyfriend isn't into her at all and he's completely friend-zoned her, but it's still so frustrating. I hate to admit it, but she's so good at getting under my skin and I don't know what to do. I really need some advice. Thanks Reddit. Update. I sat my boyfriend down and told him that some of the stuff that she says really makes me uncomfortable. I told him that I feel like she's undermining our relationship. I gave him a few examples of the stuff she said and done that I didn't appreciate. He still doesn't think she's into him. He's convinced that she's acting this way because she probably feels like they're drifting apart as friends because he's in a serious relationship now. Which frustrated me a little tbh because it's clear to me that she wants him but being subtle about it. He said that regardless of her intentions, if her actions are making me uncomfortable, he'll have a talk with her about it. I was really happy he said that, because I was really nervous and anxious to see how he'll react. I was afraid he'll take her side. He can be a dummy sometimes, so I was worried that he'd bring it up with her in the wrong way. Like saying, my girlfriend doesn't want us talking anymore, and stuff like that, but he nailed it. He told her in a text, dude, I noticed some of the stuff you've been saying in front of my girlfriend lately. And I've been wanting to talk to you about it. It's mad disrespectful and uncomfortable. We're cool, but just stop that S word. Naturally, she acted all innocent and confused. She was like, what? You know I'd never do anything that would upset you, I think you're misunderstanding, and stuff like that. He doubled down on it though. I could tell he felt somewhat guilty telling her off like that, and I don't know if he's convinced that she's trying to undermine our relationship or not, but I'm so glad that he had my back in this. I'm honestly kind of glad this whole thing happened. It gave me a better idea of what kind of man he really is. He even said he'll stop hanging out with her alone if it makes me feel uncomfortable. He was also low-key mad at me for waiting this long to tell him I was uncomfortable around her. Safe to say that the best possible outcome happened. He really put her in her place, and NGL, it made me feel real good. All I could think of was, I won. LMAO. Thanks to everyone for encouraging me to tell him, because even though I knew that's what I should have done, I was still scared to do it for some reason. I even thought about potentially just avoiding her for good. Which sounds ridiculous now that I think about it, because I shouldn't have to hide from her. I guess I'm just not good at confrontations. Thanks for the helpful advice, everyone.